Hey everybody, this is Let's Vamonos live today, but we are actually pre-recorded this episode just for y'all so we can make sure y'all can catch it for our, not just for our wonderful supporters, but also for our wonderful guests today. We know it's a Christmas holiday season, so it's really hard for us to get everybody on the same schedule. But we wanted to make sure that y'all got all the information that y'all can get from this episode, including our wonderful sponsor, Sesh Coworking. Thank you so much, Seshco, for allowing us to be a partnership in this space. If you're ever interested in joining here, it's 2808 Carolina Street, Houston, Texas, Midtown. But we do have a couple of community events we want to share with you this week. And we hope that if y'all haven't watched any of our previous episodes so far, please do so, catch up. But you're definitely going to want to watch this episode because we're going to be talking to you, small businesses out there. We're going to be talking to those that really need to hear this conversation. So as far as community events that are happening this week, Sesh Co-working Space is going to be having another wonderful female founders and friends event, last one of the year, which is December 19th, 9 a.m. Come and join. Wear your ugliest sweater, Christmas sweater that you can find, and you can join and connect and network. This will be the last one of the year. And then next year, they'll be starting out with female founders and friends on a different day. And I don't think it's different times, still staying the same time, but a different day, same location, same spot. So don't forget about that. But if y'all ever are interested in any events that we're participating in or promoting, go check out our website at www.letsvamonos.com, and then also our wonderful Sesh Co-working Space website. They also have all their events on their calendar as well. But no further ado, we have this beautiful, lovely guest here today, Andrea Ferreira.
Fiero.
Fiero.
Yes.
Fiero.
Yes.
Awesome.
Fiero. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. And y'all are probably wondering, who's this wonderful girl? We've seen her before, but never seen y'all. Nobody's ever really seen you with me.
No, not
We've
yet.
been keeping it a secret. But we have something that we really want to special to announce, and that is that Let's Vamonos and the Revive Creative Group is partnering up together this year to really help promote and also educate our wonderful supporters and small business community out there. So,
Partner.
yes.
Partners.
Yes, I love it. So I'm going to share a little bit how we met, kind of we connected, and then how our relationships evolved. Because I think a lot of people think that if we're not seen together on social media or if we're not posting about it,
It's not happening.
it's not happening, right? And I'm definitely one of those, like, I like to, things happen organically. And I really appreciate that. So I met Andrea, of course, the none other through Connie Leon, but we also met one or few times at markets. You had a small business at the time.
I did. I used to have Mantra Boutique. So if you see me as a familiar face, that's usually why. It was a jewelry boutique. So that's how I started. And then I evolved into digital marketing.
Yeah, I still have those earrings I bought from you.
Yes.
So
Very good quality.
yeah, so I still have that. So that's kind of how we connected and met and then reconnected through Connie. And one of my goals this year, as actually right after Las Meta Metas Fest, y'all, one of my goals was email marketing. I needed to really get into that. I'm gonna be real honest and transparent. I really felt like that was a step that I missed beginning of this year that really could have helped me and my business, and not just me and my business, but other businesses that I'm working with and partnering with as well. And so when I was kind of recruiting and looking for people, and I connected with people, and a lot of people gave me their pitches and their ideas, and Andrea was right out the gate giving me her wonderful pitch, and then you gave me this wonderful proposal, and I was like, okay, let's do it. But it was also new for me, right?
Right. I think you had posted something on Facebook, like, is anyone here, like, could anyone help me out with email marketing? So I responded and I was like, well, let's chat. And then that's kind of where we evolved.
Yeah.
This relationship. Yeah.
Yes. And I was real honest with you.
She was. I was like, do I want to work with this lady? No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
But no, I told you, I was like, I really don't work with people I don't know really well, because everything that I do, I take a lot of pride, and I have a lot of passion for it. And I'm also kind of cut and dry. Like, I'm going to tell you when something's just not hitting for whatever reason. And I want to be transparent because I've learned throughout my experience as an entrepreneur how important it is to communicate your wants and your needs as a business. I've realized that not a lot of people sometimes know what they want or what they need.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of clients that are like, well, I want to do social media marketing. I want to do email marketing, but I don't know what to do, where to start.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
But luckily partnering with you, she had the brand kit ready. She had her logo, all her colors ready, fonts, everything. And she's like, her content, she has tons of content to work with.
Yeah.
So I think that really helped the situation as well.
Yeah, because I was like, she was like, you have all the content. I was like, oh yeah, I make content every day, all day long, and I still have content from years past that I've been able to kind of utilize as throwbacks or flashbacks or those types of things as well. So tell us a little bit though, Andrea, about your business. And y'all, I don't know what it is, but the universe is sending me Andreas. As y'all do know, I have another Andrea who works behind the scenes with me.
She does.
And so me and her joke about, I was like, I have all these Andreas in my life, and I don't know if I could have another room for another Andrea.
2 for now.
Yes. So tell us a little bit though about Revive Creative Group.
So I started Revive Creative Group about 5 years ago. I did have a previous jewelry boutique, and I really loved enjoying owning a jewelry boutique, but I really took pride and more passion in the digital marketing side of growing the business. So a friend and I started Revive Creative Group. She actually lives in Colorado now, so I'm doing the Houston market, the Texas market, but really, I just first started out with social media. Content creation comes natural to both you and I. So, my husband was like, why don't you just do it full time? If that's what you love to do and you do that naturally and you're good at it, go for it. So I started out with social media, and then my husband's a business owner as well. So I really learned everything just guinea pigging my husband's business as far as Google ads, Facebook ads. Well, it's Meta now.
Right.
And then I evolved into email marketing. And what I hear everywhere nowadays, with the threats of TikTok being banned or Instagram shutting down, what would you business owners do if social media just crashed and got deleted forever? What other backups and forms of marketing do you have to grow your business?
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the copywriting aspect of just content creation in general. And email marketing actually is more than just typing out an email. A lot of people think that, it's spammy or you get too many, but I think as long as you provide value for your business and educate others who are reading your audience, then it's a really great aspect to have in your business.
Yeah. And before Andrea came around, I was trying to do my own little newsletter. I think I had done like seriously like one before she came, and it was during Las Meta Metas and trying to kind of get some traction. But then I was so like lost because it's not my forte. I think my forte is the show and the content creation and the community building, that kind of stuff. And I was I think just tapped out in general of all the hats that I was wearing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, I just don't want to do this other thing. I need somebody else. So when we started working together, you taught me a little bit about like what kind of things that you were looking for, and then the type of content that I was needing. And then luckily we've also created a really cool content calendar together to kind of keep track of what's happening, what's going on, what's next on the list. And then also being able to really fine tune some things. I think also, this social media is so fast, right?
Yes.
So sometimes there's a trend and then you're like, oh, I gotta do that like right now. And it's like, oh my God. And so I'm also learning that as well. Like, okay, this thing's trending. Maybe we need to put this, or maybe I need to do this. And I try to keep up with the trends, y'all, but it's so,
There's a new one every day.
there's a new one every day. Yeah. And so at the end of the day, though, the purpose of a newsletter and email marketing has a lot to do with it. So you shared a little bit right now regarding the business side of what you do, but share a little bit more about some of the misconceptions. Those misconceptions when you get businesses that say, hey, I want to work with you, or I need some digital marketing work. and particularly email marketing, what are some things they think that is?
I've had a lot of people reach out to me. I just need you to do a few emails per month, a few emails a week, like no big deal. And I'm like, okay, well, what is, yes, it's no big deal, but it's all about strategy. It's just like content creation. It's just like growing your social media account. You need a purpose. You need a strategy. So a lot of people just think it's like super quick and easy. You just type up an email. You do that all day long at work anyway. So what's the big deal? But if you don't want people to think it's spammy or just not something they're interested in, then you don't want to just, type free willingly. Like you want to add a lot of value to it. So I've had a lot of people just say, oh, can you do that really quick? I've had a lot of people say, well, oh, we don't need email marketing because no one looks at emails anyway. What do you do all alone at your desk at work? You're checking your emails, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a good way to provide lead magnets for people.
Yes.
We
Which
just
I learned this year what a lead magnet was. And we'll
just-
talk a little bit more about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, we just launched an email with her lead magnet, and she also had social media advertising the lead magnet as well. So email marketing actually ties in with all the social media, all of your ads it ties into your entire business. So, yes, it might be quick and easy to some people if you're sitting at your desk typing a response, but I feel like an in-depth growth of email marketing, there's a lot of steps.
Yes.
A lot of steps.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of steps. And one of the things that we also connected with, I think, right off the bat was, it's different for everybody, right? But Andrea was transparent with me. She's like, I definitely utilize AI. And I was like, oh, perfect, because so do I. And that's great because we know the value in it and we see where it can really kind of really grow the business in a way that is not like copy and paste.
Yes.
It's really not copy and paste. A lot of people think it's like, oh, let me just type in an idea and copy and paste that. No, we are creating these prompts that are like, okay, this is the content, this is the idea, this is the strategy, this is the goal. And that's how I got my lead magnets through. And that's how AI has definitely helped me create content in a way that's transcending to what I used to do. Because, I really felt, just in sharing some insight, I really felt like sometimes it's just a show and tell sometimes that I do. And I realized, no, it's not just a show and tell. It's providing resources, providing information. And that is something that is super important. I think that people forget about that it's not just a show and tell. It's like, oh no, here's my pretty picture, or no, we're providing information, especially with our guests this year that we've had on, which was two of our really informative guests were Latina Millionaires Club, Kat Pedraza, she was on, and we had some really great lead magnets for that we created, and also resources. And then also Dr. Landrau, she was on, and we created, those things are still in the process of getting put out there as well. So if you're interested, this is the plug right here. If you're interested, please subscribe to my newsletter and you can get some of these resources and information that we'll be sharing throughout the year, and also giving y'all an idea of, what you could be missing out on that's on my show that you didn't get a chance to see. You kind of get a little overview of that. But how long have you been doing Revive?
I've been doing Revive for 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
So pre-pandemic I started, and then during the pandemic I still had clients. Businesses didn't shut down. It was a little more difficult then, but
Right.
So this will be 2025 will be my 5th year.
Awesome. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you because I'm about to go into my 5th year as well. So I think we're on this journey together.
Lucky number 5.
I know. And I think one of the cool things about Andrea is that you brought this other refreshing side that I think sometimes I'm so like in the zone,
That's what entrepreneurs have to be in the zone sometimes.
Yeah, but you brought this a little bit of a refreshing side of my business. And I think a lot of us entrepreneurs kind of get into this humdrum, like, okay, got to make the content, got to do this, got to do that. But then when you start to realize that when I realized when I was missing out on the email marketing, I was like, okay, this is refreshing. This is something that I'm doing that's not like same old, same old. Like I said, post, reel, music trend, same old. And so I felt like that's kind of given my business a boost, not just inside my business, but then also moral, like my moral support.
Yes, and every newsletter that we have is different. It's completely different. The format's different. The copywriting's different. We may inform you of the same events that haven't happened yet, but that are up and coming.
Right.
But I mean, you give me great content. That's my main thing is when I partner with someone is, do you have the content? Because, I don't know your business. If I join a new client, I don't know your business. I don't know what it's about. I may not have the time to go and take the content for you.
Right.
So that's something that I love that you provide for me.
Yeah, and that's why we work with wonderful other women as well. We have, like I said, Andrea, who helps me with behind the scenes. She takes the pictures for me when I can't.
The other Andrea.
The other Andrea, yeah, with the behind the scenes photography work, content work. So that's helpful. I love that because I can't do it all, y'all. I can't take my own pictures. I can't do all the email marketing while hosting the show. Well, I think we, as an entrepreneur and small business life, I really encourage y'all for 2025 to, find that one thing that you feel like somebody else could do, whether it's email marketing or content creation or any of that photography, product photography. There's one person that if you probably took it off of your, what is it, your to-do list, you realize how much it can really just grow your business to some extent. So that's my encouragement for those out there. But as far as you, what do you think? We're about to get into 2025. What do you think are some things that you could encourage small businesses to start doing right now? If they're either haven't started email marketing or they have, and they're kind of like, trying to strategize for 2025.
I think first of all, everyone needs is to start with an email list. I know maybe not everyone has probably utilized the emails they've collected, but somewhere, somehow, I'm sure that you guys have either small, medium, or large size contact list. If you have not started growing that yet, I would.
Yeah.
And then one thing we're learning along the way is, getting phone numbers as well.
Yeah.
We actually don't send out any SMS messages or marketing
Not yet.
Not yet, but we will.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be one of those texts that you get that it's like, oh, we're having a sale today. It's, going to be informative. Like, hey, don't forget we're going live at 6:30 on Monday. Things like that. So
Yeah.
I think right now, if you had to do one thing to get ready for 2025 is get emails or get contacts, just more contacts. Because the people that follow you on social media, we love them, but they may always be subscribed to your channel, to your network, in a way to really connect with your audience and make them feel more special. A more personalized approach is via email marketing.
Yeah, I love that because you're right. Like when we partnered together and we're talking some of those beginning stages, you were like, "Do you have email?" You asked me if I had emails, and I was like, "I do," and I knew that it was important back then, like 3 years ago when I actually started collecting emails. People probably don't even realize that, but I started collecting emails through my Las Meras Fest, and that's the event that I knew that was going to continue to grow with my business, and so that was the opportunity for me to start collecting emails. And so for those that have participated or subscribed either through my through the event itself or through my website, I appreciate y'all because now this is the journey that y'all have been on. And I know a lot of y'all have been with me for a while. And so I know some of y'all are getting those emails and those newsletters. And we see the unsubscribers.
We do.
That's okay. That's okay. But the point of this, the goal of this is to connect with our community, build our community, and support our community in whatever way we feel is best. So we also would love feedback, right? So hopefully maybe that's one of the things we can do in the future is, what are some things y'all would like to see more of in the newsletters? What are some things that, we can definitely kind of fine tune a little bit? But for the most part, I personally think you're doing a great job. And I think like I said, we have our little chats every week.
We do. Every Tuesday we have our weekly meetings just to talk about what's going on, what's coming up, how our last emails have performed. If it's mostly just things that come up.
Yeah.
Because as an entrepreneur, there's something, you have your schedule, but then things pop up all the time.
Yes.
And I was actually gonna, talk about your contact list a little bit. She actually has really, really, really good contacts, meaning there's not a lot of unsubscribes. Yes, we can see those. But even if you unsubscribe, no hate. It's really probably maybe just not something that you're interested in at the moment. But I feel like we don't get that many unsubscribes. So the people that are reading our emails, thank you very much. I feel like we're bringing value to them and they stay informed.
Yeah.
And you had a great turnout for your live audience.
Yeah, first live audience, yeah.
And then I think the fact that you were collecting all these emails at one point, you knew you were going to use them eventually, is really good too.
Yeah, I think that this, never underestimate anything that you do. And like I said, at the end of the day, I knew I needed them, but I wasn't really sure how I was going to use them. And I just knew that I needed to do this like now. So like I said, when I started Las Metametas Fest over 3 years ago, creating those Eventbrites, you get the emails, you get all the information, and you get whatever information you'd like to get from them, right? So possibly we'll be, getting some phone numbers and that type of stuff and doing more of the SMS messaging, which I think is really cool. I'm all about the tech. I love the tech part. I think that's also why me and you do well together. We like to, level up to some extent and make sure our businesses are on point to what's happening also in the tech world, right? I've been doing live streaming for a while, and we want to continue to do that. But at the same time, we know the importance of also just getting the information out there. So this is a pre-recorded episode if you're watching us live, which this will be on for you to watch anytime. But we want y'all to know that we will continue to do lives. But at this time, we know that the holiday season is upon us.
Yes.
Everybody's going out of town. I still need to get a tree decorated. You asked me, you said, yeah, you still asked me, like, you have a tree? I was like, Andrea, I do not have a tree. We don't know. We're still, I'm that person waiting to the last minute to do all the things.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're busy.
Yeah. But I'm so glad you were able to come and chat with us.
Me too.
And to share all this wonderful information. Where can we find you to support you, though? And then if anyone that's watching that's a small business so would like to maybe connect with you, where can they find you?
So my on Instagram, my business page is Revive Creative Group. And then if you want to follow me personally, it is Life of Andrea Nicole. We may or may not already be friends, but I follow everyone back. So if you guys follow me, I'll follow you.
Yeah, I love that. And then as far as, okay, you gave all your social medias. There was one other thing I was like, oh, that was my last question is, I always like to give the guests the last word to share any words of wisdom or like consejos, right? That's in Spanish. But anything that you would like to share with small businesses that maybe they need a little motivation or just a little insight, share with them regarding email marketing.
Well, you can first of all contact me and we can have a free consultation. I can kind of let you know where you're at, what you need to improve on or how you can grow your business through email marketing. But really any words of motivation I would say is, stop. What is the quote I'm trying to say? Start doing.
Oh, okay.
What is
stop dreaming and start doing?
Yes.
Like
Stop dreaming, start doing. Just do it. I think the biggest part about not starting a business is just like the thoughts in your head and the words in your head, like, oh, what if this happens? What if that doesn't happen? Just do it.
Yeah.
The more you're consistent at it, it can only grow from there.
Yeah, no, I love that. You're absolutely right. This is the year, right? 2025 will be the year that you do it.
Yes.
Whatever that is, whatever that part of your business that is. So again, we appreciate y'all so much for watching us. We'd love to hear some feedback in the comments. Let us know. But
leave us your email if we don't have it already in the comments.
There you go. And again, thank you so much for the love and support. Let's vamonos.